question.
I have. Minister, there's a huge concern. The carers manager in Tipperary just rang me. There's a huge concern over these letters. And you need to control those letters. And I accept your bona fide where they're coming from, what's happened. The nurses have been told, halt, stall the ball. Why, Minister, can you stand over the fact that it takes 4 months, up to 4 months, to get as a carer's allowance approved? And also, Minister, the figures I gave you earlier, I'll ask them all together, deeply concerning, I said earlier, the findings, and these are CSO figures in 2017, that 138 carers under the age of 15 in Tipperary, South Tipperary. Do you condone that, or what's your comment on that?
Okay. You know, I'm not, and I know the Deputy suggested, I'm not trying to defend anything here. I'm only trying to put it as it is. I can't answer the last two questions because they're outside of my remit. The 4 month for the approval of carers allowance was one of the questions you asked me. That's Minister Doherty's in the Department of Social Protection. So I'd have to defer to Minister Doherty on that. I don't have any role in actually carers allowance or carers, and about the number of young carers in an area. Again, like carers are slightly different, I think, to home helps. From what I'm thinking, I think you're asking about people who are in receipt of carers benefit, which is different to home helps. So I'll have to defer them to Minister Doherty. But if you have any questions on home help,
the few seconds that are left, Minister, 138. If that was in another area, those young carers would be prosecuted. If I had them working for me, I'd be prosecuted by NERA and by the Department of Justice, or one of the departments, Justice. So we can't have that situation pertaining, and you'll have to get a handle on the letters that go out, because it's not saying they come out now or whenever. Yeah. They're causing angst and seconds.
Yeah, I agree very much with the Deputy on the issue of communication from the HSE, and that's something I have spoken to the HSE nationally, and I'm anxious to speak with the HSE locally, because there are some conflicting confusions. I mean, everybody in this room isn't imagining things either, and I'm not, you know, we all know that there is communications coming out from the HSE that aren't all together adding up to the same tune as far as I can see, and I want to speak to them about that, the alignment of communication.
Short Hall, the first question.